Hey everybody, it's Mr. Cropper here. Just giving you a quick overview of the exponent properties and what's happening with those. So trying a new setup for the videos, so see how this works. So quick review of all these types. You can see here is the name of several different types. There's power of power, power of product, product of powers, power of quotient. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through them all again and see if that helps you with what's going on, okay? So I'm gonna start off with power of a product, okay? And what that one's gonna look like is saying if I had a to the m times a to the n, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my exponents together to give me my new exponent. So for example, if I have 5 to the third times 5 to the 8th, that would be the same thing as 5 to the 11th. So what that is, this is power of a product. Okay, and product just means multiplication. All right, so that's power of the product. All right, the next one that we talked about was power to power, or product of powers. So what that looks like is you'll have parentheses. So if you see a parentheses in there with something on the inside, something on the outside, what you're going to do is you're going to multiply the two exponents. So what that would look like, if I had 6 to the 4th to the 3rd power, I would be taking 6 to the 4 times 3rd, which would be the same thing as 6 to the 12th. And that one right there is product of powers. So if you got the parentheses there and you have something on the inside, something on the outside, you're going to multiply the inside exponent with the outside exponent, keep the base the same. All right, quotient rule. Quotient. So quotient is just a fancy word for division. So if I had a to the m divided by a to the n, so all these have to have the same base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract my two exponents. So if I had 8 to the 4th and 8 to the 2nd, what I would be doing is I would be doing 8 4 minus 2, which would just be 8 to the 2nd. All right. The negative exponents, so if I had a to the negative 7, so what you have to do with those is you have to flip them. So by flipping the fraction, I have 1 over a to the 7th. And then the second part is you have to raise the power. Well, a to the 7th, I can't raise the power. So let me do one with actual numbers. So I'm going to do 5 to the negative 2nd. All right. So 5 to the negative 2nd, I can't flip that because I got to get rid of the negative exponent. So that becomes 1 over 5 to the 2nd. And now I can raise that bottom to a power, which would become 1 over 25. All right. So there's that. 0 power, anything with 0 power is always 1. So if it's 9 to the 0 power, it's always going to be 1. All right. So this part right here is just identifying what they are. So if you look at the second page, I'll do one with you here real quick. All right. Let's go 5 to the 4th. This is number 9 times 5 to the negative 2nd. Well, this is product of powers because I'm multiplying by the same base. That's negative 2nd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my base as 5, and I'm going to add these two. Well, it's 4 plus a negative 2, which then becomes 4 plus negative 2, which is a 2. So 5 squared, which would be 25. All right. So remember, if you got parentheses, multiply each individual exponent on the inside with the outside, and it becomes that. If you have a division, so you're subtracting two exponents. Anything to 0 power is always going to be 1. Negative exponents, flip that fraction, and then raise the power. All right. Hope this helps. Take care. Bye.